Mahseer is a freshwater powerful sporting fish. She is undisputed king of freshwater game fish. Mahseer is essentially a fish of the rocks, the rapids and the hills. For the fish to thrive, rivers must rise in the hills, be perennial with rocks, rapids and deep pools. It is found in India, Burma and Pakistan. Northeast India is a region of hills and mighty rivers. It is intersected from the northeast to southwest by the great Brahmaputra, which takes in along its course the many fine tributaries from the north rising in Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh, and those rising in the Garos, Khasi, Rengma, Naga and Patkai hills in the south. Further south, the Barak with its many smaller tributaries are all good Mahseer water. Mahseer do not habitat where the river is flat and sandy. The Brahmaputra do not hold Mahseer, but the tributaries do. The name Mahseer is perhaps derived from the word Mahseer, or the big head, or Masula, Mahasalka, big scales. Its scales are as big as a palm. Scientifically, it belongs to Cyprindae family. This is a diagrammatic representation of the Pituitor Mahseer. It has 2 paired and 3 vertical fins. Interestingly, the total area of fins are greater than the total superficial area of the rest of the body. This makes Mahseer a strong and most powerful fish in the world. In fact, no water is strong and heavy enough for a Mahseer. The teeth are pharyngeal. It is used for tearing and masticating, often taken as prize trophy by the anglers. Of the 6 varieties of Mahseer identified, 4 are important. The golden Mahseer. The Tor Putitor of the Himalaya ranges up to Burma grow up to 9 feet. The copper Mahseer, Tor Mosul, grows up to 5 feet, common in Burma. The chocolate Mahseer, Lysochilas hexagonolepis. A smaller variety grows over 2 feet, known as Katli or Boka in Assam. The silver Mahseer, Tor Musulla, common in South India, very heavy, humpback type, grows up to 7 feet. Record catch weighs 119 pounds. Black and red Mahseers are a case of melanism. The history of fishing with rod and line is as old as human civilization. An Egyptian painting depicting fishing dates back to 2000 BC. In England, fishing as hobby started by 15th century. Manufacturing of fishing equipment started by 17th century. By late 20th century, women joined fishing. Trout is the most popular game fish in the West. There are 5.4 million fishermen in England alone. The world spends about $40 billion for recreational fishing yearly. In India, game fishing is yet to pick up. In the northeast, the population of Mahseer is dwindling day by day. Today, famous Mahseer rivers are no longer a playing field of the fish. This famous river, Lohit, used to produce 60-pound Mahseers in plenty. This famous pool for monster Mahseer fishing has now become a picnic spot. The condition is no better in the legendary monster Mahseer habitat river, the Subansiri. The famous gorge at Girakamukh, work for construction of 2000 megawatt Lower Subansiri hydroelectric project is going on. The future of Mahseer in this river is uncertain. The condition is neither better at the Siom River at Along, Arunachal Pradesh. We fished in 2004 for 15-kilometer stretch of the river. The whole length is full of fishermen camping with huge nets. This river is also overfished. To a true sportsman, fishing is not merely a body snatching. He can contribute a lot to an ethologist, as a field surveyor. The Teng River in Lohit district of Arunachal Pradesh is an interesting river. It meets Bereng River a few kilometers southwest of Chongkham, then joins the Lohit River. In the upper part, it runs through hilly terrain and joined by rivulets. The size of this river is not suitable for big mahseer. It does not have the requisites of a mahseer habitat: the rocks, the rapids and the deep pool. But still it holds mahseer up to 20 to 30 pounds. Its story of the past, when the big mahseer were available, is plenty. Mr. Namchung is local of Chongkham. He is an avid angler. He had been fishing for the last 25 to 30 years in this river. He had hooked here many mahseers, big and small. In the year 1985, one evening, he encountered rows of big mahseers coming up in a line in the same place where he is fishing now. According to him, with the first lightning heralding the onset of the monsoon, the upcoming of mahseer from the big river starts. In fact, these mahseers are brooders. They are coming here for spawning. During my 12-kilometer floating down fishing, I observed the topography of this river completely different from other mahseer fishing rivers in India. The banks are covered with good vegetation and big trees. In some places there are pools, then the current bifurcates, creating a small island. The riverbed is full of gravels. It looks more of an English river rather than a Northeast Indian river. There is no rapid worth to mention. The Pituita mahseer spawns 2 or 3 times a year during monsoon and just before. They deposit their eggs in sheltered rocks or the shallow places. By the end of monsoon season, they come down and go to the big rivers. But the fry remain in these small rivers. This river Teng requires further study and research. With proper protection, this river can be developed as a mahseer breeding center in natural habitat. However, today the river is badly disturbed. Human settlement by the banks, overfishing by locals using generators, nets, etc. has made the river a mahseer-less water. We fished the whole day without a single catch. We are coming back blank. Fishing here is no more fruitful. We wanted to know further about this river, its past glory, the population of mahseer in those days. We requested Sri Chaukhamun Gohen to share his past fishing experience in the region with us. The fisherman's story of good old days. Sri Gohen is 85 years old now.
This area is Khamti Singpho area in Lohit district of Nepal those days. It was called Nepal. And the rivers, this Tang rivers, Bereng and Lohit are well known for fish, Mahseer, Buka, Petia, lot of fish. Especially for this area is a paradise. Those days, I am talking about in pre-independence and after independence also. But now, after independence, due to increase of population, the fishermen also increase in number. So accordingly, fish has become almost extinct. In 1951, I still remember, 1951, I went to a spot in Tengapani. In Tengapani, there is called Ting Mai Mon. Is a spot is called pool. Is a particular place still in existence. But nowadays, comparing with the number of fish those days and present, is quite different. Those days, within 1 hour, I got nearly about 4 months. Now it is a same place. Last year I went there, but no fish was there. We have to educate people to preserve the fish. At the same time, not to do fishing in the season when they are laying eggs.
Now, will you kindly do some casting?
All hopes are not lost in the northeast. We are seeing a flickering light at the end of the tunnel of conservation. 42 kilometers from Tejpur town in Assam, at Nameri, the Assam Forest Department and Assam Bharoli Angling Association is protecting the Mahseer at Jia Bharoli River. The association is also running an eco camp. Here one can come and stay comfortably and go for fishing in the Bharoli River. You can hire boats and boatmen from the camp for your fishing. We are getting ready for a fishing trip at the Jia Bharoli River. Today the weather is not very good. It is cloudy, sometimes raining. The vehicle will drop us at the river point up, known as 11th mile. From here, we will float down fishing. Choosing proper equipment for any game is important. In this river, Jia Bharoli, we fish by spinning. As for bait, we select a 3-inch Rapola plug, which is effective on an overcast day. It is still drizzling. Heavy rain or strong wind is the greatest enemy of a fisherman. Luckily, today, in spite of bad weather, the water is clear. We can expect some good fishing. Mahseer do not like muddy water. Mahseer is non-vegetarian. It loves to eat shrimps, crabs, mollusks, snails, and small fish and insects. It also eats berries, dhoop grass seeds, paddy seeds, millets, algae, etc. We are now ready. I had my first cast. No luck. Casting your plug just before eye of a Mahseer is really very difficult. But by experience and keen observation, we select possible spots in this vast river. The gilly also guides us. One such spot is the rapids. We are approaching it. Rapids present themselves in many forms, sizes and depths. But wherever water is fast, there are backwaters formed. We try where the rivers and rapid waters meet. All the swirls and eddies formed on the edges and white feather of the water formed by boulder jutting out or by a submerged tree. In such places, feeding fish usually wait for their prey. Generally, after or before the rapids, there shall be a pool. At the tail of the pool we also try. The head and tail of pools provide the best sport for spinning. Sometimes we don't want to disturb the water. The marshes' lateral lines are receptive to movements, sounds, splashes, etc. The movement may frighten them and make them run away. We work here at every possible place. You do not know how many times you cast in a day's fishing. You get tired by the end of the day. We're approaching Observation Tower. A forest beat office is here. This beat office also watch the intruder, poacher and arrest them. They have a patrol party with elephants. The angler reports to record the catch. This time I have also observed much change in this river's topography. The river course is running much more on the right bank side. The big pool just before the tower has become shallower. Heavy siltation is observed. I had a talk with the post in charge about poaching.
पहले तो बहुत था, अभी तो नॉर्मल इलाका में एनक्लोज आदमी बैठा है और कभी कभी वो लोग सुर करके मारता है, इसीलिए थोड़ा कम होता है. हम लोग तो प्रोटेक्शन किया है और कभी कभी वो लोग को पकड़ा गया, वो जाल भी पकड़ाया है, ऑफिस में जमा दिया है.
The next is famous Namerimuk. Here the spring-fed river, the Nameri, meets Bharoli. Hence the name Namerimuk. The record catch of Bharoli river is a 30-pound Mahseer is from this point. Let me try my luck. I had never had any luck in the last 5 visits of my fishing in this river. But a fisherman never loses hope. I will definitely catch one this time. Today it seems that Mother Luck is with me. I had a feel of a Mahseer. Yes, I have hooked one. May not be a big one. She's tired, really tired. Yes, it is a golden Mahseer, Tor Putitora. The weight will be about 5 pounds. Time to take the photograph of the catch. We term this snap as to carry the fish home. She is very beautiful. And now it is time to release her. Let her grow up and one day we will play again. I couldn't believe my luck today. We hope to catch still a bigger one. Every sportsman wants to be a champion, unless you fish in the river Kaveri, where the world record Mahseer of 119 pounds was caught by Colonel Rivak in the year 1919. You may not be a champion. 21 kilometers stretch of the Kaveri River is fully protected. The Jungle Lodge and Resorts Limited, the government of Karnataka undertaking, is managing 3 fishing camps for the last 20 years. Here, you really feel the first run of a Mahseer, emptying your spool, giving the sweetest music you ever heard in your life. Even a 15 to 20 pound Mahseer gives you a real fight.
Come, ice. Okay. Ice. Okay.
Smile.
Aye, aye.
This is 30-pound Mahseer caught by me in 2003. This is 90-pound Mahseer caught by fellow angler Mr. John Moorhouse in 1995. This is a record 103-pound Mahseer caught by Mr. Mark Thompson in 1992. Northeast India with its mighty rivers can also become another Kaveri for fishing. Strict conservation in selected rivers will definitely break the world record in few years' time. It is time to come forward for all the right-thinking people of this area to conserve this endangered king of game fish before it is too late. With all our concerted efforts, the good old days of fishing shall be back, as when Mr. Gohain once fished in the good old days. Will it remain a fisherman's story or a dream project? Only time will tell. But a fisherman never loses hope.